Welcome creative friends, Edna Eady here from The Creativity Activist. Today I'm sharing my Vicki Boutin class and experience from the Crafting Through the Holidays event that I attended in Texas recently. So it was a real treat to have Vicki as one of the teachers. She was allocated, or maybe selected, Christmas as the theme that her class would be based upon. And I'm pretty sure at the time she would have known that this mistletoe and memories collection was coming out with 49 and Market. So the class was based around the collection. This is all that I have left. It was a very generous, collection that was provided with the class kit. And then we made this flip book over here, which I'll go through in a moment, but this is all that was left of that. And I have purchased a little bit of that collection, so I'll be sure to use it. And then separately to the class, which I'll go through in a moment, the take and make for Vicki was also lots of fun. So she provided the embellishments in a packet and some rub-ons, and I'm pretty sure this came with that as well, though I'm not 100% sure. But regardless, there were some things provided for a little tag flip. I'm actually going to beef this up somewhat, but this is what was gone through in the take and make on the day. So let's have a look at that. So just on a little ball chain and the joy. So the rub-on was used in the background there, and then the rub-ons on the back, and then the Merry Christmas wreath and little magic on the back, and then Santa approved, jolly, wishes. So just generally simple layering up, using and celebrating the fact that rub-ons are back in fashion. I used a Merry Christmas, December countdown, and then the December on the back. Merry, calm, and deck the halls. Oops, there was something on the back there. Cheers, the snowflakes, cozy, smiling's my favourite, the details, little special delivery, and a joy tag to finish off. The notion was that you would hang this off the side of this flip book. So I may choose to do that, and certainly I'll make good use of the extra embellishments and things that came in the take and make. And then separately to that, each of the teachers had little prize draws every day. I was lucky enough to win one of those, and it was one of the cut and paste stamp sets, and it's also got the foliage die on the back there. So I will definitely make good use of that. So that was fun, A, to win, and B, to win a stamp set. And then each of the teachers also had a shop on site. At this stage, I knew how busy and full my bags were, but I could not purchase these stamps from Vicki. So I did get those, so I'll be using those in the coming months in various formats, no doubt. So great to have those stamps from Vicki. And then on to the primary make, which I'll finish on. Separate to this primary make, Vicki provided 2 page layouts as bonuses to use the extra papers in the kit that was provided. So I put these together in one of the crop times after the class. The only thing was she focused, I think, on this one particularly, on snowflakes, and I swapped them out for stars because we don't have snow at Christmas time. And so I've made these so that these flap up so the photos will be able to go in there and onto here, and the big cheer on the side. Absolutely beautiful papers from the range. And then this next one here, similarly merry and bright. And these will lift up, and the recipient, because I will give these away, I don't use 12 by 12 scrapbooking format. Beautiful, beautiful acetate shapes, just gorgeous. So it's great to have some extra things to do at night time in all of the crop time. Thanks for the extras. And then this is the flip book, which is a new product from 49 and Market. So the notion is that it stands up on its side, and you put the rings in at the top, and then you can flip the pages over. So you got one of the flip books, and Vicki today or yesterday was teaching a free Halloween class to use the baseboard and swap out your Christmas for Halloween. So you really only need to buy one of these, and then swap out seasonally what you might be doing with it. I made these as they were provided by Vicki. There is a bit of a snow theme to them. I just decided to lean into it. I may opt to give this to somebody who's had a Christmas in the snow, or I may just opt to go with it. I did originally think I was going to, you know, take some Australian theme things and put it in there, but I didn't end up doing that. So here's the notion that at the top, you'll be putting that onto the rings, and this was a shaker with the snow, and the kit comes with all of the pre-cut foam tape and all of the beautiful acetate, and then you're putting in all of the different features in there. The story, Happy Holidays. So this is meant to be the front page, and then that flips up to the snowman. So I have gone and put all the photo elements in and leaving them so that they can flip up. Highlights of the holidays, beautiful laser cut elements and different die cutting elements to use across the work that you do out of the beautiful products from 49 and Market. Simple pennant page. Obviously that's room for a photo in here. And then on the opposite side, similarly, some space for a photo. And then this is one of the pages provided in the kit. And then these are some of the elements out of one of the packs. So these are all ready for photos to be loaded. There's some twine around there and generally laying up all the embellishment pieces. And then the bow flips over to a good tidings, room for a photo, and then that bow feature of the twine shines through on that particular page. And then a simple page made out of paper. I'll have to find where that came from. Even this beautiful little laser cut bows, they're just so fine, it's so amazing. And December observations. And then this page here is from the kit as well. So it had the beautiful element down the side already, and then you made these tags, and these little pockets came in the kit as well. The laser cutting, just loading it all up. And then you should flip this way, and then these, once again, they lift up here to put photos in. Stunning, stunning range. I'm sure we've all seen that range by now. Beautiful tree. So we used the kit that came from 49 and Market that has all of these edged pieces in it, and then we used a whole packet of 6x8 papers across this particular make and the 2 extra scrapbooking layouts. So got to use a whole packet of that paper, which was amazing. And then flipping that one up, flipping it up this way. Yes, do that right. So this way and then this way, and room for the photos there. And then this beautiful one with the joy down the side came in the kit. It's layering up the tags. And then flipping over, correct? Yes, flipping over to this particular frame, which does lift up, and building this little shadow box down the bottom, and the beautiful December along the side there. And then this is one of the 6x8 papers in the landscape orientation, flipping that up to the other side. So lots of room for photos. And this is a really spectacular page with the tree, and then you make all the little dangles to put the photos behind. All of these elements came in the kit. And then flipping up for another photo opportunity there on the opposite side of the tree. And then a little gingy house here, and putting the vellum edges on, and then flipping up to the other side. 'Tis the season, with the beautiful acetate wreath up the top there. And then this is one of the 6x8 papers with some photo matting there. And then this is meant to be like wallpaper with pictures on the wall, ready to have the pictures inserted. And then coming to the smile and flipping up to the home for the holidays. And then finishing on this most spectacular front door, and we did build that shaker piece for the top. These are all foam dot and ready for photos. And then the final one here, time together and tradition. So you did get most of this done in the class on the day, which was a really big achievement for me and for many of the others. And it packed up nice and compact, which was really good for bringing home. Such a treat to do a class with Vicki. She's definitely a process-driven individual, so she's right up my alley. Beautiful products, great teacher, full of personality and spunk. Totally enjoyed my time with her. And thank you for all the wonderful makes. Let's see who I pay these forward to. Hope you're doing something creative today, maybe even something for Christmas. Enjoy.